Hello YouTube, this is Andy on Cam Reacts. Background real quick, Cam Reacts is a shortening for Korean American. So Korean American Reacts here, basically I've been a follower of Korean music, culture and things, entertainment since the late 1980s to early 2010s, and then I have a big gap between since then and now. So I'm here to get caught back up, see what's been going on. And as I was going through my list of requests, I saw this on my feed because I just wasn't following. BTS is yet to come official MV was released as of 3 hours ago. I had no idea. No one told me. I live under a rock otherwise. So let me get my screen regions set up properly so I can set this up and get started. Looking forward to it. I have no idea what to expect. Other than that, it's BTS and I'm really expecting good stuff. You're at a desert. Where are you guys?
Was it honestly the best? Cause I just wanna see the next 부지런히 지나온 어제들 속에 참 아름답게
Jimin's hair looks way different from usual.
But my best is what comes next I'm not playing now for sure 그날을 향해 숨이 벅차게 You and the best moment is yet to come Moment is yet to come Yeah 다들 언제부턴가 말하네 우리 최고라고
Is this a school outfit?
통할 수 없는 names 이제 무겁기만 해 노래가 좋았다고 그저 달랠 뿐이라고
Jungkook sounds good.
Keep on coming back for more 너의 마음속 깊은 어딘가 여전한 소년
It's very vocal line heavy. I know it's Spring Day.
당신은 꿈꾸는가 그 길의 끝이 무엇일까 모두가 숨죽인 밤
Oh, are they going back into like their older work? Was that from Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Jimin looks interesting with that hair. Oh, he has a tattoo on this right here, on the behind his ear. Container box reminds me of maybe I Need You. The pickup truck is from Run. That school bus was from their debut. I'm not completely blind or unknowing of what BTS has done. Did they bring an actual bus to the desert? Looks like they did. Where did V do that one? That was Spring Day, I think, as well. Okay, so they kind of started pulling on the nostalgia strings there. The song itself doesn't sound anything like they've done in the past, though. The best is yet to come, is what they're saying. You know, that school bus reminds me of me riding in school buses when I was a child. But mine was actually older. They kind of had this moment in another... It was a spring day as well. There's a lot of, I feel like, spring day references here. I feel like I talked a lot about non-music stuff. Real quick, let me see if... lyrics. I couldn't type for a little bit. Oh, good. The lyrics have already been created.
Was it honestly the best? Cause I just wanna see the next. 부지런히 지나온 어제들 속에 참 아름답게. Yeah, the past was honestly the best. But my best is what comes next. I'm not playing now for sure.
Interesting way to talk about it.
You and the best moment is yet to come. Moment is yet to come. Yeah. 다들 언제부턴가 말하네 우리 최고라고. 원통할 수 없는 names 이제 무겁기만 해. 노래가 좋았다고 그저 달랠 뿐이라고.
Kind of a... It's a song about themselves together. Whatever they do with Suga's mixing of his voice, it sounds great. There. Similarly to what they did with J up there. The arm sounds great as well. Actually, it's all three of them there, it sounds like. This part, I wasn't sure about what they were going for. Such a stark contrast from Suga's to Arm's part, sound-wise. This is a interesting. This lyric right here is something I find very interesting. I never thought about it that way, in the sense of the past was honestly the best, but what's coming next, but my best is what comes next. I've always lived in a way where, you know, tomorrow is going to be better than the next. Today will be better than yesterday, and tomorrow will be better than today. Like, that's the kind of like mentality I have in general, but seeing it written down, but also the past was honestly the best. I wouldn't agree necessarily. But then when you think about it, like, that's all I have is the past. The known is the past, and I think that's a really thought-provoking way to think about it. For me, at least. I never thought about it that way. strangely nostalgic sound. Um, I think maybe the music video had an influence on feeling nostalgic a little bit, but I also feel like the sound is fairly modern and um, uh, so BTS has become its own little genre. I feel like it's like a Western but K-pop. It's not K-pop. It's not Western at times, right? Uh, you definitely know that they're K-pop, but you also definitely know their Western influence is um, stronger than, let's say, music that comes out from Korea, let's say, other than BTS. And there's nothing inherently wrong with leaning one way or the other. Although I'm pretty sure I've seen people or things, comments about not my channel, but like other things I've seen, um, where BTS is like kind of considered not K-pop anymore, and their fandom is divided. Not their fandom, not the army, but K-pop is divided. Has made a line saying BTS is not really K-pop anymore, and which I disagree with, by the way. Just because they have a lot of songs that sound incredibly Western influenced, and just because they have songs that have English only, I think, like for example, I actually liked Dynamite and I actually liked Butter. I did not like as much Permission to Dance. Butter felt incredibly Western to me. Like it's almost just like an American song. Dynamite, I felt like had still some sort of like a it was a retro feeling, heavily Western influence, but still Korean song to me. I know the production team on Dynamite was likely most of them were not Korean, but this westernization, maybe even hate of of BTS, I think started before that. And I've for one have always enjoyed BTS's sound and their evolution, I guess you could say. Um, so here's my 2 cents on BTS. Maybe 10 cents, maybe a quarter. For a very long time, Koreans have wanted to see K-pop succeed um, internationally, uh, and I'm gonna condense this story. Maybe I'll talk about this another time. I don't really feel like getting into it, but the the floodgates that BTS has opened up for K-pop to be obviously BTS is not the only one or the first one to break into Western markets. But what I'm trying to get at is they're the first one that are taken seriously. And it's been over 20 years of watching Korean pop and thinking that maybe this day will never come. Um, like when I started watching the success in international markets, especially Western, was not a real thought until maybe um, the late 90s to the early 2000s. And then there was minor pushes to get there from successful artists that had some international success outside of Korea. And when I mean international, I mean mainly the Asian market, the Chinese, the Japanese, uh, the Filipino. Well, when they succeed there, the next step is has historically been to go to other um, to go to grander places, right? And logically, that becomes the Western market. Mm, I remember specifically Boa. I was a big fan of Boa's because she was my age. She is my age. Um, and uh, being a very she debuted when she was like 16 or something, right? 15 or 16. So when I was 15 or 16, I'm like, dude, she's cool. She's pretty. She's good at singing, at least from what I could tell, and she was a good dancer. So I was very, very rooting for her success. And I realized at some point she was more successful in Japan than Korea. Um, so she spent more time in Japan than Korea, and her success was um, measurable for sure in Japan and in Korea. Whenever she went back and forth, right, and she did great. And then I realized at some point they were pushing for her to have a Western release with English only lyrics, and I don't remember when those music came out. And I realized this is a BTS video, so I'll try and keep this short. And those songs were, you know, they sounded okay, but they tried. You could tell SM was trying really hard to make her sound more Western, what's hip in Western markets at that time. But even then, they couldn't quite break into the mainstream market, and it just kind of fizzled out. So that's the kind of history I remember from the push to get the Western market, not the Psy explosion and then gradual exposure, which I've been very um, aware of. But there was struggle before then, right? Is what I'm trying to say, and I think all K-pop should embrace K-pop fans. I mean, should embrace the success and the breaking of barriers that BTS has actually done, because it's actually they legitimized something about K-pop that's always been stigmatized or ridiculed. Um, I don't have a really clear message I want to make from this little monologue I'm saying, so I think I'll stop here. If you guys are interested in more of the history and what I feel BTS means to the West, to or what I feel BTS should mean to K-pop, and um, more than what's already known, I'm more than happy to create a side video. I think I spent enough time on this topic on this video. It's more about yet to come. The lyrics definitely mean something pretty significant, I feel. They're talking about their time together. They haven't changed much since then. There's certain aspects of them that have remained the same, such as their desire to sing, their desire to be successful, their wanting to create music, and they're embracing their past, and they're still saying, you know what, we have a lot left in the tank, and we're gonna keep moving forward. Um, and that's actually a fairly heartwarming song because I think um, they've gone through a lot. Yeah, I think they've gone through a lot, is what I want to say. I don't think there's going to be any other content other than um, this stuff, right? And so I'm going to just watch the music video again. Just kind of get this to soak in the song one more time and then just take the visuals a bit as well. Why did that say 527? Why does this get released in May 27th and I'm only seeing it say premiered 3 hours ago? What's going on? Hmm. For those that don't know, I think Jungkook is the prototypical K-pop male idol.
Was it honestly the best? Cause I just wanna see the next. 부지런히 지나온
I really like the way the song starts actually with the vocal line.
But my best is what comes next. I'm not playing now for sure. 그날을 향해 숨이 벅차게. You and the best moment is yet to come.
Yet to come.
Moment is yet to come. Yeah.
What's Jin's outfit? Is that one of the old outfits? I don't recognize. I'm not that detail oriented to know what that outfit's from, unfortunately, if it's referencing. So this outfit, I believe, is referencing their like boy with in love era or something like that. The one when they had more school themes. The melody there sounds reminiscent of a song I know. That's an American song. I'm pretty sure that's a very common progression of chords there. Never Walk Alone. Spring Day is probably one of my favorite songs from BTS. Is this from Blood, Sweat and Tears, or is this from Fake Love? What does this tattoo say? Youth. Is it real? I don't know what this piano is referencing though. Someone's gonna point it out and I'm like, oh, that's right. This is definitely I Need You. I see that what looks to be a gas pump. And this train, I'm pretty sure, is Spring Day again. Back to one. This hair looks really good on Jimin, actually. Wow, the third listen to the song, it felt like the song was too short. I feel like there should have been one more chorus. Personal feeling, of course. That J-Hope to Jimin padding, I think it's another callback to, I think, Spring Day when they were waking J-Hope, BTS, when they were waking Jimin up in the train. Okay. I'm sorry I monologued about other topics than Yet to Come. Um, the song I like it more the third time I heard it than the first time for sure. It's I was hoping for a little more of a. So I heard people say somewhere, I forget from where I heard this, but there was like the theme is about going back to the past, right? And I was thinking they meant musically that they were going to go back to the past and kind of bring it back into what made them blow up in Korea. You know, the dope, the I Need You, the Run, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Idol. I thought they were kind of talking about going back into that DNA, you know, that range, right? It seems more about their talk, but this song is definitely not anything close to that stuff. This is much more in the trajectory of where they've been going, which is more um, a fusion of Western and BTS, and so that's more of an expectation difference than it is a critique on the song. The song itself, I think I trying to throw the expectation aside. It's a good song, of course. It's melodic. It's the vocals, of course, always don't disappoint. I didn't like. There's a part of Suga's verse rapping where I don't like the way they put the effects on his voice, and it was a little too echoey, a little too layered for my personal taste. It was such a stark contrast to the rest of the song, is why that is. But other than that, I think the vocal mixing quality sounds great. RM sounded really good. Um, Trying to think if there's anything else. I do like the callback, the references, and I was able to at least catch a few. Let me know what that piano is referencing because I just don't remember. You know, I didn't. I'm aware of most, maybe all, maybe most of BTS's title track releases, and I don't know much about their B sides. And that's what this my channel has been a lot of. Any BTS content is primarily B side tracks, because I have seen most of their title tracks. Um, yeah, I still don't know what that piano is from. So let me know in the comments what you guys, if you guys could pinpoint that for me. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a, oh, that's right, but it might be a, I don't know what that is. So I'm not sure yet what it's gonna be. Out of 10, what do I think of the song? Um, I think this is a 7.5 out of 10 for me personally, which is a great place to be in terms of ranking on my books. Uh, it's chill, it's mellow, it's reminiscent, it's nostalgic. I think it's an 8 actually, not a 7.5. It's an 8 out of 10 for me. It's so it's a sound that you will not hear from any other group than BTS, I think, right now. Hmm. Do they have other songs? Like, did they release the album yet? What is this? It's a quote from. Isn't this a quote from what's that movie called? Kung Fu Panda? Anyways, um, yeah, I think that's about it for me this time around. I also in the comment sections, let me know if their album has been released and there's some sweet album reactions I need to do because I would love to um, kind of shift gears to BTS's album for a little bit. That'd be fun. And tell me what you guys thought about the song. What does it mean to you for BTS to kind of take a step back and reflect on the past, appreciate the past um, and stuff, because they've been around for nearly 10 years now, right? Um, or something like that, right? 9, 10 years. So I'm curious to see if you guys, uh, what your thoughts are as armies. Um, or as non-fans, if there's people that are checking this reaction out and are not typical BTS fans, let me know what you guys thought of the song. Be really curious to hear a non-fan of BTS uh, provide their thoughts on the song itself. With that said, if you like the video, please consider leaving a like. Helps the algorithms, as I hear, on the YouTube side. And then please, if you liked this content and if you want to see more of my interpretation of BTS, their impact, their and how I like BTS in general, and other content, of course, I have a lot of reactions on this channel. That this channel has only started about a month ago, a little over a month now. So it's still a fledgling channel, but would love to see you guys continue to tell me what's new, tell me about BTS, tell me about others, and also always happy to share my thoughts. Like I said, I think I'll probably need to organize my thoughts and come up with a separate video on BTS's impact on, from my perspective, and some history as well from K-pop, from a K-pop follower's perspective. So with that said, leave a subscription if you can. It really helps me understand that you guys enjoy my content and you want to see more. And it all really, and that subscription number always makes me think there are people that enjoy this stuff, right? And I need to, and it helps me motivate motivate myself to do the next one. Because sometimes I record these really late, like right now. It's really dark. It's late. But I really want to, I want to interact with you guys more. I want to share my perspective more and, you know, keep this going. So, okay, finally, I'm going to close up. If you made it this far, thank you very much. Hearts to you. Have a good day. Have a good morning. Have a good night, wherever you are in the world. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.